you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today is the first day of fall, and I thought what better way to kick this season off than with a fall bucket list. It is pouring down right now. First day of fall, the weather is gloomy, it's cool, it's been raining, it's just the perfect fall day. So go ahead and grab yourself a tea, a cocktail, whatever is appropriate for the moment. And let's just jump right into this fall bucket list. So all the things on my bucket list are going to be family friendly or kid friendly because of course I have two little ones, and all the things and events and traditions that we do are basically I do them for my kids. I do enjoy them as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like a big kid. But I definitely am doing these things for my kids because I want to create those memories for them and just start these traditions with them. So I have my fall bucket list jotted in my notes on my phone, so I'm gonna be looking down at my phone a lot. So this is gonna be a fall and a Halloween bucket list. First thing that I have on my list, excuse my nails too, guys. My girls have never painted their nails before, so the other night they asked if they could paint my nails, and I just let them, and then I couldn't find any nail polish remover, so this is what I'm looking like until I get to the salon. First things first on my bucket list is to visit a pumpkin patch. This has been tradition of ours for years to come now. We have done this every year for the past several years. We do travel outskirts, usually about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes out we drive to go to these farms or to these pumpkin patches. And every year we try to go to a different one just to venture out, and so that things don't get as boring, we try to try a new farm. One thing that I can recommend when going to the pumpkin patch is to do it early. Yes, it's still gonna be hot, but I highly recommend that you get to these early because that's when it's not gonna be as crowded, and that's when everything isn't gonna be picked over. We attended one a few weekends ago and the girls had a blast. This was a different one. We haven't been to this one before, and they had hay rides, a corn maze, a bunch of different events going on. The kids just loved it. So the second thing on my list is to go apple pick. This is another one that you definitely want to get to early in the season. Yes, it's still going to be hot. We went in August and it was blazing, but it's so much better when you go early because for one, you beat the crowd, and for two, things aren't picked over, especially with the apples. Research which variety you want to pick because that's going to determine when you want to go. See, for me, the variety that I wanted, which was the gala or the gala, however it's pronounced, those were ready for picking the second or third week of August, and that is when we went. One year we waited, and by the time we got there, they were all picked over. They were all on the floor. There were so many pests that it was just hard to pick one. One would look good from the front, and then the moment you turned it over, it was rotten. After that year, I learned we have to go early. So even though it's still gonna be the heat of the summer and it's not gonna really feel like fall, you definitely want to get that done early. And so tying into the apple picking is the third item on my bucket list, and that is to make candy apple or to make caramel apples. Once we have been apple picking, that is when we dig into making the treats. We make all types of apple recipes, and one thing that we definitely do that's on the list is to make candy apples or caramel apples. Number 4 on the list is to build a fort. We have this nugget here, and this nugget is amazing for building forts, clubhouses, all types of things. So we pull out our nugget, we pull out our tent, and we grab all our sheets, all our pillows, our festive light. We light up, we build this tent, and then we just transform it to Halloween town, okay? So we put our lights in there, we put all of our squishmallows, we put our Halloween pillows in there, and we really transform it to a Halloween vibe. My kids love it, I love it. Tying into the fort is number 5 on the list, and number 5 is going to be a Halloween movie marathon. So the same night that we build our fort, the nights vary. It's not always on the same night, it just depends. But whenever we build that fort is when we have our Halloween not so spooky marathon, okay? I do have little ones, so there's not gonna be any really scary movies, okay? Everything is gonna be family friendly, kid friendly. But number 1 on the list, which is kind of not really kid friendly, I would say, is Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is definitely number 1 on the list. Then we also do the Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas. We watch Halloween Town. My girls like to watch the Halloween Toy Story. Then we will also watch Vampirina and Spookly the Square Pumpkin. See, these are gonna be all like smaller kid friendly, okay? Then we will watch Beetlejuice. We will watch like the Pumpkins with Charlie Brown, and all those fun movies. So that goes into the next thing on my bucket list. Number 6 on the list is to make some Halloween treats. I usually like to make cake pop eyeballs, and I will make the witch's fingers out of the pretzel rods. I also like to make some type of Rice Krispie treats that ties into the theme, and then I always make a cake. Of course, can't go without a cake. Definitely number 6 on the list is to make some Halloween treats. And I like to let my kids get involved whenever I'm making the Halloween treats, because that's just that much more fun. They get to be involved and they really enjoy helping out in the kitchen, so definitely gonna be fun for Halloween. So number 7 on the list is to make a boo basket. Since COVID, this has kind of become a tradition. So since we weren't able to go trick-or-treating last year, I made them a boo basket, and so now that is gonna carry on with us. So I will be making them a boo basket again this year, and inside of there I just put Halloween themes like a shirt, sock, maybe pajamas, some type of coloring activity. I try to kind of keep away from the candy and things because they're gonna get junk when they go trick-or-treating. Let me have a sip of my tea. This is a Moroccan mint green tea. This tea is so good. It's from Trader Joe's. I highly recommend this one, you guys. You should pick this up and give it a try. And then look how cute this cup is. Never met a pumpkin that I didn't like. It is raining cats and dogs right now. Okay, moving right along. I'm getting distracted. So that was the Halloween treats. Moving right along. All right, moving right along. Number 8 on the list is to host a bonfire or a backyard fall party. I am planning to do that this year. I'm not gonna say that I'm really gonna be hosting one. It's just gonna be me and my family. Especially with COVID, I don't know how I feel about having a bunch of people over. And I know that that's the story. It's just like COVID, COVID, COVID. But I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm not gonna be probably hosting a bonfire to a lot of people. It's just gonna be family, and I will be recording that as well, so stay tuned for that. But we will be having a bonfire where we just set up in the backyard, put out our fire pit, get some cozy blankets, and just make s'mores and have fun. You know, it's like one last time to enjoy being outside before it gets too cold. So we definitely will be doing that. That's on the list to do. And number 9 on the list that kind of ties in with that is to have a chili bar. So I do like to have a chili bar. I do this again every year. I set up a table and I put out some decorations. I'll put out like a crock pot with some chili, and I'll do cornbread, or I'll add corn chips, and then you can decide whichever one you want to have. So that is definitely on the list. So it's just like fall cozy vibes with that good old chili. I'm looking forward to that one, honestly. So I might do those on the same day that we do the outdoor bonfire. I will probably set up the chili bar that same day so that we can have chili while we're out hanging out in the backyard. And I like to add like all the toppings. I like to add like the works, like set it up and just put out the works, like jalapenos and cheese, all the toppings. All right, the next thing on the list is to walk around the neighborhood and find leaves. I definitely enjoy doing this with my girls. We go like on a scavenger hunt throughout the neighborhood and we find leaves, and then we come home to do our next thing on the list is to make crafts with fall leaves. So we'll like color them or trace them, or we'll do some other type of activities. I usually find something on Pinterest and then we will come home and do one of those activities, and my kids really enjoy it and they look forward to it, and it's just a great way to once again create those memories and bond and get out in nature, and it's really a vibe. Tying into the fall leaf scavenger hunt that I do with my kids, we also enjoy riding around looking for fall foliage. We think it's so beautiful, and there's an area that I have found that you just ride through and all the leaves are just dropping, and it is just beautiful. Like, it's breathtaking. I can't even lie to you. You're gonna have to find an area local to you, but I have found an area where I live not too far from me that is just amazing. It's like when you drive through, I'm gonna have to try to get a video of this so I can just share it with you guys, because I can't make this up. I rode through this. See, this is the thing. I was driving around one day, headed to an appointment, and made the wrong turn, and I found this road, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this has to be on the bucket list. Like, I have to bring my kids, I have to bring my family to do this every year. And so you drive down this road, all the trees are like hovering over the street, and it's just like all these leaves are just dropping. It's like fall foliage everywhere, falling like snowflakes, and it is beautiful. I'm gonna wait a little bit further on to when the weather really starts to change and the leaves really start to transform and change. I'm gonna have to get that on camera for you guys, because I have to share it with you. It's beautiful. So I highly encourage you guys to find a place near you. It's like every state, every country, everybody is gonna have a different view of fall, and that's the most amazing part about it. It's gonna be unique for you and your memories. And you can go on Google and look up fall foliage, and they will bring up places. They have already scouted out places in certain states and areas. Like I said, I just stumbled across mine by just making the wrong turn one day, and now that has become a must on my fall bucket list. So the next thing on the list is to attend a local fall festival. Love to do that, or go to a fall farmers market and just see like sunflowers, see like the fall things that they have. A lot of times right now they have like seasonal things out, so I definitely like to attend a fall festival. Next thing on the list is to hit up an amusement park. I live near Carowin, so that is where we go every year. We like to go to the Great Pumpkin Fest. We don't go at night and do the scare ones because once again I have small children, and that's not really like my thing either. If I didn't have small kids, I probably wouldn't even go to that as well. But I do enjoy going to the Great Pumpkin Fest. That is what they have during the day. It's from like 10 to 5 I think, and they have a bunch of decorations throughout the park, and they have Charlie Brown and Snoopy walking around. All the characters are walking around. You can take pictures with them, and then it's just decorated throughout the park, and it's just really cute. They have a bunch of different things going on throughout the park, so we enjoy going to the Great Pumpkin Fest. We enjoy going to an amusement park. That is definitely on the list. And then the next thing on the list that we truly love to do is to wear Halloween pajamas, make us some hot cocoa, and ride around our neighborhood or any neighborhood close to us and look at all the Halloween decorations and lights. It is so cool. We also do this for Christmas, real dope for Christmas as well, but for Halloween it is so cool. A lot of people participate in our neighborhood and they really do it up. They have all those blow up dolls in their yard, and they do the grave sites and the gravestones and pumpkins and spider webs, all types of things, and a lot of people light up their trees. That is definitely going to be on the bucket list for the upcoming years, is to decorate the outside of my house. I really want to do that. Comment down below if you also enjoy riding around the neighborhood looking at Halloween decorations. That has been a tradition of ours for years, and now my girls, this is the thing, once you start these things, it's hard not to do them. My girls, they won't let me not do it. Like, they're already counting down, they're already looking forward to riding around and seeing these things. So that is a must. Like, that is a must on our list, is to wear Halloween pajamas, put on our little glow up necklaces, get some hot cocoa, and we ride around the neighborhood listening to Halloween music, and we look for Halloween decorations, and it is so much fun. My kids really enjoy it, and I do as well. I told you I'm like a big kid, so I definitely enjoy these things with my girls. And so if you guys don't do anything else on the list, I definitely highly recommend you to get some Halloween pajamas, put on some Halloween marathon, move right around the neighborhood and see. One year our neighborhood did the You've Been Booed, so it's like one neighbor puts it on your front porch like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I think they were doing it. I've seen them on my camera. They got caught, but they put it on your front door, and then you put a sign up that says you've been booed. You fill up the basket with more goodies and you give it to your next neighbor, and it just continues to make its way throughout the neighborhood. And every resident that has been booed puts a sign in their window that says I've been booed, so people know not to give it to you again. I thought that was really cool. I'm wondering if our neighborhood is going to do that this year again. So last year or the year before, when they did that in our neighborhood, we rode around that night just scoping out who had been booed, who wasn't, and who we were planning to give it to. So that was really cool, and it doesn't have to be expensive things. You can get a lot of those things from the Dollar Tree or from the dollar spot at Target or a Walmart, and it's just fun, a good way to come together with the community and just make things fun. Our favorite thing to do is put on Halloween pajamas and ride around the neighborhood. That is like top of the list. Probably should have named that #1 because it's really so much fun. I love it, my kids love it, and it's just all about making things fun and creating those memories. I'm hoping that when they're older, they carry these same things on with their kids. For the upcoming years, that's definitely going to be on my list, is to decorate the outside of my house so I can pay it back to somebody else. So somebody else that's driving around with their kids or family can enjoy seeing our decorations, because we definitely enjoy the people that do put the effort into decorating homes. We love it, and so I want to pay that back to the community. Comment down below if you enjoy riding around looking at the Halloween decorations with your kids, or if you decorate your house for people to drive around and see. And the next thing on the list is my annual pumpkin carving party. Now this is something that I look forward to every year. I have done it for like 4 or 5 years now, and it is definitely an annual thing that I look forward to. I will make some Halloween treats. I will make some type of food. food that ties into the Halloween theme, whether it's mummy dogs or I don't know. I come up with a whole bunch of different ideas. I'll set up a table. This year I'm planning to do balloons, like a whole balloon garland. I'm hoping to do that. That's on the list. This annual pumpkin carving party where I just get the pumpkins, usually get them at Aldi because they're really cheap at Aldi. You just have to get them at the right time. I have all the tools. I set out the tools, and then we'll just have food and cocktails and mingle. We'll put on some movies and then put on also like a Halloween playlist, and it's just a vibe. I look forward to this every year. We'll paint pumpkins. The kids can paint pumpkins. The adults carve pumpkins. One year prior to COVID, one year I had quite a few people over here and it was really fun, and then my aunt, she was the judge. Everybody lined up their pumpkins and she chose who the winner was, and that was so much fun. It was such a good time. Next thing on the list is to bake something pumpkin. So I will usually get with my girls and come up with some ideas, find something on Pinterest and see what they would like to bake. This year I already know Tatiana has been talking about pumpkin pie, so that is probably what we would do. It's not anything, you know, out of the ordinary. That's what she's asking for this year, so that's definitely probably what we will be making is pumpkin pie. I was really hoping to have my own pumpkins this year to do that, but I only ended up with one pumpkin and squash bugs and pests got to the other plants, so I didn't get to have my own pumpkins for my pie this year, but it's okay. We'll try again next year. Definitely like to pick a pumpkin recipe and get together with the family and make it together. So the last thing on the list, of course, is to go trick-or-treating. Last year, due to COVID, we didn't get to go trick-or-treating, so I made it extra special for my girls, and I just did like a scavenger hunt throughout the house and backyard and hid candy everywhere, and it was such a blast, so much fun. They didn't even think twice about not being able to go trick-or-treating. This year, we are definitely looking forward to go trick-or-treating. A few weekends ago, we went to downtown Concord for a historical light show, and they had some really cool, old, historical, kind of spooky houses, and so there were a couple of residents sitting out on their front porch, and I asked them, hey, do you all do anything around here for Halloween or Christmas? No, I asked about Christmas. I said, hey, do you all light up for Christmas? She said, oh yeah, we do it big around here, and if you're into Halloween, if that's your thing, we definitely do it big for Halloween. So we were considering going there for trick-or-treating. And the funniest thing is, my husband said to me, he said, you don't even like to watch scary movies, but you're willing to go to a real life scary movie? Like, that place is so spooky, but you're willing to go there, but you won't even watch a real scary movie? So I don't know. I think I'm gonna be bold and we're gonna go there. But we're gonna see. Not really sure on where we're gonna go yet, but we're definitely gonna take the girls trick-or-treating. Ava wants to be Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, and Tatiana wants to be Minnie Witch. And I'm also gonna be Minnie Mouse as well. That is it for my fall bucket list, you guys. Hopefully some of these are on your bucket list, and if not, hopefully you add them to your bucket list so you can enjoy them as well, create these memories with your family, and just have some fun for the fall and Halloween upcoming season. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm stoked. I'm so excited for fall. I'm so excited for the upcoming seasons. I'm so over with summer, and I'm ready. Like, I'm so ready. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.